Hey, this is Charles 9mm, and I've got a great product to show you today. It's not my multi-tool, my Skeletool, although I did make a video on the Leatherman Skeletool, and I really like it, but it's going to be associated with that. And it's not my my little case that I made for it as well, my little belt case with a metal clip. That's just my own creation. No, today I'm going to show you a much more interesting tool than any of my creations. It is the Pocketwrench 2. Pocketwrench 2 by Burktech Incorporated. That's Burktech Incorporated, the Pocketwrench. The Pocketwrench is a great little tool. It is a stainless steel. A pocket wrench is basically what it is, and it's amazing how handy this really is. Let me show you some things about it I think you'll really love. First of all, it's machine stainless. It's not a cast part. It's machine stainless, and it's very, very nice, very hard. Very good quality metal, and that's a big deal for me because a tool can look great, it can feel great, but if it chips and breaks apart in use, it's useless. This is a really strong tool. Now, I put a little pocket lanyard on this here just so I can grab it, and I'll show you more about that later and why I did that. And that's got a night eyes clip on it, night eyes clip that I use, and then just a little lanyard I tied for it. This is a pocket wrench, and you're wondering, well, if I carry a multi-tool, why in the world would I need a pocket wrench? Well, sometimes if you're putting in something that has a bolt on one end and a nut on the other, you're going to grab on this side. Let me just open this up. You can grab the nut on this side and the nut or bolt on this side, and you can tighten it down, and you have the full spectrum. So if you have a through hole, you can tighten this down. Now, how this works in the pocket wrench is it has these little notches, as you can see right here. You can see that, those little notches. Those little notches will grab the edge of any size nut. And here I've got a couple different sizes. I got this size here, and the one below it. Let me show you. And it'll catch that big one. And what it'll do is it'll catch the shoulders of the hex on the nut and give you a good, strong catch. That means you can use multiple sizes, right down very, very small ones, all the way up to a pretty good sized nut. I think that, what is that, 3/4 of an inch? And it really doesn't care if it's metric or imperial or standard. You're all set. Works just great. Now you also notice that it's got a metric ruler scale on the top, and it's got an imperial scale, inches, on this side. So you can do quick measurements of things. If you want to do some fine measurement and you just need a quick check of it, you can do it. Now you also notice there's a little hex hole there, and that will turn a nut, but that's not really what that's for. What that's for is you can get these little inserts, and you just pop those in. It's got a little indent in it. Pop it in, and now you've got a very powerful screwdriver. That's if you really need to crank on something, and it is. And you just pop it out, a little spring-loaded indent, and this is for flathead. So I've got the flathead and the Phillips both together. That will come along with that. Now those are purchased separately, and they come in this little convenient tube. And this is how you'll purchase them. Very inexpensive too, so don't worry if you lose them. You're not going to have to mortgage your home to get another one. These are terribly inexpensive. I believe they're under $20 US, and they're beautifully made. And let me show you how I carry mine. What I do is I take my Skeletool, which is very lightweight. I have it in my case, and I'm sure if you're not handy or making leather goods, you can find some little case. There's all sorts of case companies, but I carry it here like this. And then what I do is, so I can easily get it out, I take my pocket wrench too. I snap on my night eyes handmade lanyard. You can just put a piece of string. You don't have to do all the skulls and funny little knots and so forth like I did. And just take it. And I take the smooth side and I put that metal to metal so that doesn't scratch off, although these are marked really nicely, but I just don't want to scratch where I have my measurements. What I do is I'll turn it backwards, and I'll slide it behind the Skeletool like that. The Leatherman Skeletool disappears, doesn't add much weight. Snap that on my belt, and away you go. And there you go. Now you can put it on your keychain if you like. You can throw it in a pocket, even a shirt pocket, because it's very light. But this is how I like to carry it, and then I have all my tools ready to go. And in the event, and I have had before where I had to tighten the nut, and it had my tools ready to go. The Pocketwrench 2 from Burktech Incorporated. It's a wonderful little company. They make these. They're available all over the internet. So just put in Pocketwrench 2, Roman numeral 2, or you can go right to Burktech and check them out. I think you'll like it. It gets an A+, and hope to see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.